Hello Wastelanders, Vlad here. Today I'm going to show you how to build a king's palanquin in your camp. So let's jump on in. We're going to start today's video with a rug version of the palanquin, and we're going to start with a safe, and we're going to put about 5 rugs on top of the safe. Now this is not integral to the final structure, so don't worry about if it's organized or not. We just need the rugs on top of the safe to get some extra height. Then we're going to put this power conduit on top, and then I'm going to switch to the one with 3 points and go ahead and place it attached to it. Now we can remove this safe and these rugs out of the way. We don't need them anymore. Then we're going to grab one of these curved versions of the conduit, place them until it goes to about a half circle, and then grab one of our 3-point conduits again and place it attached to the other end. We'll put some small conduits in the middle, small straight ones, and place 2 more of the 3-point conduits attached to them. What we're doing here is creating the handles for the palanquin so that our mannequins can look like they're carrying it along with the king or queen on top of it. So this is what we should have now. Grab one of the conduits and place it down on the foundation again. And then we're going to go over to our rugs, and instead of the small one, we're going to go ahead and grab a larger one. Now the one I'm going to use is an Atomic Shop item. However, there is a free rug that is going to be available as a plan from the mole miners. The plans are actually obtainable now if you have some of the older pails, but it'll unlock the rug with the same dimensions as this if you get the West Virginia State rug. We're going to put that on top of the conduit and then float it in the air. You could probably do a better job of aligning it than I did here for the example. But now that we have the rug in the air on top of the conduits, we're going to grab our mannequins, and then we should be at the right height where the hand will kind of merge with that conduit to make it look like they are supporting it in the air, and that is the desired effect that we'll get. I'm going to head and speed this up a little bit while I get the other 2 in place, but you want to do this for all 4 of the conduit points. Once we have that in place, we're going to grab our throne and place it on top. Now we're pretty much done with this version of it. You can embellish it as much as you want. You can change the chair, whatever suits your fancy, but this gets you started and the basics for the build. Now we're going to move to a bed version of the palanquin, and the reason I'm doing this one is because this one and this bed, 4-post bed, look most like a lot of the historical examples. So we're going to blueprint a conduit to get things started. I'm blueprinting it because the bed is a bit of a pain to get the conduits to sit on, and the blueprint did help in one instance when I did this, but not always, and I'll show you how I was able to get it fairly consistently able to place. But a lot of times when you go to place it, you're going to end up with an error saying that the conduit needs support, just like you're seeing there on the screen. So I did find if you stand on top of the bed to place your conduit, then you'll have a much easier job and you won't get the item needs support message quite so often and not end up frustrated like I did. But you should be able to place the 2 conduits on the bed, one facing the headboard and one facing out the other direction. And then we're going to use a pressure plate. We're going to stand on our pressure plate and then place our bed also on the pressure plate, and that's going to allow us to merge these conduits down into the bed. You want to go until you can't see the top of those conduits anymore, but not really too much further. Otherwise it's going to look weird when you put this on the shoulders of the mannequins. So double check that you can snap some conduits to those points that we just merged into the bed. As long as that's okay, you can store them and keep going with the build. If not, then just repeat until you end up with a solution that both of them will snap to. Then we're going to need to float our bed so that it is a palanquin. And to do that, I'm going to use this rug. I'm going to place it on top of the rug and then float it off of the rug using the camp unit. But if you don't have the rug, again, you can use anything to get it to float as long as you can place the bed on top of it. Just make it aesthetically pleasing for your build. don't want to use something odd that you then stands out like a sore thumb. But anyway, we're going to grab our rug and place it on top of the camp unit, which is going to start to separate them and float the bed in the air. We're going to keep going until we reach shoulder level of our mannequin. So I put that mannequin over to the side just so we have some sort of guide, and occasionally just pull it off and compare where you're at with the mannequin, and that way you don't end up going too far and having to do it again. But this is a very simple thing to do. So if you do go too far, it's not the end of the world. You can just put the bed back down on the ground and start over. It won't take you that much longer to do anyway. But we're almost there. I think we've pretty much got it here. Yep, that's going to do it. So we'll put our mannequin in place to where that conduit is just at shoulder height. The one in the back I'll offset and put it on the opposite shoulder. Once we get things in place, then we can grab our conduits. We're going to use the smallest pipe that we have available and stick this attached to the points that we snapped into that bed, and we'll readjust our mannequin so that everything looks the way you expect it to, and it looks like it's just sitting on the shoulder instead of going through their body like that one in the back was doing. And there we have it, our pretty much completed palanquin. You can decorate and you put whatever clothing you want on the mannequins. Here's one that I did for my camp as an example. Got the lion dancers carrying the palanquin over to the throne, and I put down those red carpets just kind of as a walkway to the throne. That's it for today's video, everybody. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for the latest content from Vladministrator Gaming. Until next time, I'll see you in the Wasteland.